Hello, fam!
Welcome back to our
YouTube channel!
Good morning and magandang umaga!
Good morning and kung sa Bisaya pa, maayong buntag and sa mga Ilonggo, maayong adlaw sa inyong tanan. And welcome back to our channel again. So kung bago kayo dito sa aming channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Alba Fambam.
Alba Fambam. And also on Facebook, we have a page, Alba Fambam. It's the same name. So, by the way, for today's video, mag-discuss kami about our journey on how we purchased our first house in Canada, specifically in Calgary.
And magkano yung cost?
Yeah, so magkano yung cost? Yung basically yung journey, paano namin siya nahanap, from Realtor, and then kung magkano din ang monthly expense namin on maintaining this house.
Yeah.
Fam, so let's start. So a little background dun sa kung paano kami nakapasok ng Canada. So we came from Singapore and pumasok kami as international student. So si Donna ang international student, which she took up masters, and then ako naman as the OWP or Open Work Permit. So we stayed in Vancouver hanggang sa makatapos si Donna for around 2 years.
Almost 2 years, yeah.
And then after that, we've decided to move to another place kasi napag-isip-isip namin na sobrang mahal talaga sa Vancouver, particularly in Richmond kung saan kami nakatira. Normal townhouse would cost around close to 1 million.
1.2
or 1.2 yung nakita namin. So hindi siya kaya and practical for us as a starting family lang naman.
Yeah.
So we decided to move to Alberta in Calgary. So, ang journey namin basically ay nag-start talaga sa YouTube. So, nag-YouTube education ako, YouTube University. So, tingin-tingin ako ng mga YouTubers, kung sino ang mga tiga Calgary. May na-meet na rin kaming mga friends namin na pag-move namin dito sa Calgary. So, a couple of insights ang nakuha ko talaga sa mga YouTubers. And then after that, we were able to contact a realtor here in Calgary.
So nasa YouTube din namin na
nasa YouTube din namin na nakita. So, nung na-contact namin sila, it was a seamless transaction. It was very good.
Conversation and transaction.
And planning-wise and everything.
Recommendations.
Kung ano yung mga preference namin. So usually naman kasi magsa-start yan kung ano yung hanap niyong bahay.
Budget.
Yung budget.
Area.
And then yung area. And then ano pa ba? Kung gaano kami kalaki as a family. Kung sino-sino ang mga titira. So yun, yung mga considerations na ganon. Tapos, after namin mag-pre-approved, may result na kami on the budget, doon na kami nag-target ngayon. So, we decided really to just opt for a very friendly budget and should be less than around 450. Okay, although approved kami on a higher amount, ayoko na sagarin siya kasi gusto ko lang na in case mawalan nga ng work si Donna, ay kaya ko pa rin bayaran
or either,
yung bahay.
Or hindi pa ako makahanap ng work that time. So, at least still, pag siya lang yung nag-work, kaya pa rin bayaran yung bahay na kukunin namin. So, yun yung
So, it was a pleasing journey and then, nung may nahanap na kami, siguro at that time kasi, sobrang grabe yung market. Hot na hot yung real estate market. That was last year, first quarter and second quarter of last year. Super hot yung market. And medyo mataas din yung interest rate.
Nakailan din tayong
Naka-anim din siguro kaming rejection talaga. And then at
5
that
to
time,
6, parang ganon.
And then at that time, ang average na offer namin, tapos yung hihigitan yung offer mo, which is the counter offer of the other buyers, nagre-range talaga from 20 to 50,000 na tinataasan pa nila.
Yeah.
So lagi kaming talo, wala naman kami magagawa kasi
ayaw
I
namin.
just want to stick to my budget.
Ayaw namin mag-high dun sa budget namin.
Yeah.
So, kaya naghahanap kami parang after rejection, hanap na ulit kami ng another place, which is lagi nang natatarget namin is townhouse na nga. Kasi parang yung mga single detached din nun is medyo na talaga.
Yeah, 600, 650.
Ang range na nun, no? Yeah.
So ayaw ko na sagarin yung approved sa amin na budget.
So nagtititingin kami, anong website dati din yun? Sa
Yeah, so
Realtor.ca.
Meron pang mga other
Nakalimutan ko
yeah, lumot ko na
Pero
din.
meron din yung Realtor namin na meron silang parang sariling website or something.
Yeah, na they could filter. So based doon sa number of bedrooms sa gusto nyo, based doon sa budget, based doon sa location, mafi-filter niya. And yung location pala, gusto lang namin i-target is around north.
Yeah.
Kasi doon mag-work si Donna. So thankfully, before kaming nag-move, ay nakahanap siya ng work dito, which is close to the airport. And yun talaga yung tinarget lang namin.
So nagsasuggest kami dun sa Realtor namin kung, this area, ganyan, pwede mo bang puntahan? Tapos, magvi-video lang siya, isasend sa WhatsApp. Tapos dun lang, para kami nagtitingin ng tour ng bahay, kung okay ba sa amin, ganyan. Kasi nga hindi pa kami nakakapunta talaga ng Calgary that time.
Yeah.
So, dun lang yung basihan namin yung videos niya, tapos anong feedback niya, okay ba yung bahay, anong year, ilang rooms, ganyan. Yung mga preference namin na binanggit din sa kanya.
Yeah. So looking back, may mga few milestones talaga yun pag naghahanap kayo ng bahay. First thing is, if you could do it, magpa-pre-approve kayo. Number one. Kasi sometimes, yung mga realtors, hindi ka nga nila i-entertain. Kasi yun yung first question talaga nila na i-ask. Are you guys pre-approved? And kung approved kayo, how much?
How much?
Dapat alam nyo yun. Kasi dapat may target din kayo talaga kung magkano ang gusto nyo lang na bahay.
Yung budget nyo talaga.
Yung budget nyo.
Kasi yun, dun lang din sila halos mag-focus kung anong hahanapin.
And number 3, pag nakahanap na kayo ng realtor, of course, you need to do your due diligence kung okay ba yung realtor, kung trusted siya, legit ba, tawag kayo, search kayo sa Google.
Yeah.
Usually, nandun na naman yun lahat eh.
Yeah.
And then, the next step is to contact the realtor. And then, meron naman yung
Meetings.
usual session of meetings and reviews. Tatanungin nila kayo kung ano yung ang criteria, basically, na property. So again, ilang tao, magkano, saan nyo gusto, anong type of houses.
Yeah.
Pero usually, yung type of houses, nafi-filter na agad yun based on your budget.
Correct.
So, pag nag-fall kayo dun sa budget ng mga townhouse, di townhouse yung i-focus nyo. Kung mataas yung budget nyo and gusto nyo yung budget na around mga detached, 500 pataas, 600 or 700. Yeah. So, yun yung hahanapin ng realtor.
Yeah.
Yun yung magiging criteria nyo on searching your property in Canada. So, masaya yung journey na yon. Sobrang daming papers na pin-repair. Sobrang daming papers na pin-repair. So, once na meron na kayong na-close na in a sense na deal, nag-offer kayo, and tinanggap, ang next step niyan ay
lawyer.
More or less, kokontak na ang lawyer for the deposit. So, on our case, nag-deposit kami. And then,
meeting lang din tayo through Zoom with a lawyer, diba? Kasi, since wala kami physically dito sa Calgary, we do Zoom while signing the paper. Kailangan nakita ng lawyer how we sign all the papers and then we will send it to them.
Yeah. So, ganon. And then, after nun, nagbayad ka na ng deposit. You've reviewed the documents. You've reviewed as well ang sa amin is my condo fee. So, may i-review kang paper dyan about the condominium documents. And then after that, magsiset na ng inspection. So, nung nag-inspection, yun yung first time ko nalubipad ng Calgary. Hindi ko lang naman alam kung saan ang Calgary, pero basta katabi ng British Columbia.
Nag-book
Yun
kami.
na yun.
Nag-book
So,
agad tayo ng ticket. Binook
yeah,
kita agad nung
that's
pagkasabing.
correct. So, nag-book kami
pag-inspect.
ng ticket. And then, yun pala, pagka-inspect, i-review ko lang yung nakuha naming property or yung pasok sa budget namin na property is a townhouse which cost around $435,000. So,
Natin nakuha. Yeah.
yeah, namin nakuha. Kasi ang original listing price niya, since
450.
hot nga yung market talaga, is 450. But then we were able to negotiate, thankfully, na medyo mababa siya
Yeah.
to 435. So, at an interest rate of 5.29% namin siya nakuha.
0.29.
So, medyo mataas talaga. But we were willing to jump into the real estate market kasi hindi natin alam kung
Tataas, bababa.
kung tataas pa
or
ba, kung
when.
bababa pa. Kasi ang mindset na lang namin noon is, nung kinalculate namin, ang monthly, more or less than pa rin siya dun sa binabayad namin na townhouse before
Na
sa Vancouver.
nire-rent
nire-rent
lang
namin. So, 2,850.
Monthly,
Although,
monthly.
before kami lumipat naman dito sa Alberta, purposely nag-downgrade kami into an apartment na 2,200 naman. Pero sobrang liit talaga ng apartment.
Oo.
Kasi ang goal lang namin noon at that time
Makasave.
is instead of paying 2,850, anyway, apat lang naman kami, punta kami dun sa mas maliit na apartment
Two
na
bedrooms.
2,200, which is a 2-bedroom, super liit ng room, super liit ng living room, basta maliit lahat. Para makasave
Save.
at around 600 din yun, or 650 din yung nasa-save namin. Pero
We
yun,
stayed there for 6 months, 7 months.
6-7 months
Yeah.
lang. And then,
Ah,
so
we moved
nakaipon
na.
kami and then nag-move na kami dito sa Calgary. So going back, nag-inspect na. And then, when I saw the property, napawawa ko syempre kasi galing kang Vancouver and sobrang liit nga ng apartment namin doon. So, napawawa agad ako. And okay na to, may countertop, yun lang naman na gusto ni Donna, may countertop, may toilet ang master's bedroom, okay yung space, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, in-approve namin, in a sense, yung inspection, and it went through all the way. So, yung kaninang mga steps, more or less, yun lang yung pagdadaanan nyo. Yun yung mga major milestones. Except for, syempre, may mga papers yan na kailangan. So, magpa-provide kayo ng mga payslips, pa-provide kayo ng certificate of employment, bank statement, kasi kailangan i-confirm kung may pang-down ba talaga kayo or wala.
Credit score yun.
Credit score din pala.
Very
Yeah.
important.
Very important yung credit score. So, after nung mga documents na yun, more or less secured yung bahay na, na-secure na,
Yeah.
then you plan for the move.
Yeah.
Then, sinet namin siya parang around, actually magandang lead time din yan eh. Parang around 2 months din yung lead time namin. So,
Yeah.
nakapagplano kami ng maayos how we would transition ourselves from Vancouver to Calgary. Then yung planning pa namin is, syempre may mga gamit ka sa sa Vancouver rather, dadalhin mo dito sa Calgary. So yung mga couch namin is from Vancouver pa to. Halos wala kami talagang binili na malalaking fixtures and furnitures dito sa bahay except for one IKEA na Kallax na TV stand namin.
And the TV itself.
And the TV. Yun lang ang binili namin pag move namin to Calgary. So, naka-move na kami sa Calgary. So, very transparent naman yun yung mga magiging cost nyo. And syempre, nag-research na rin kaming dalawa on more or less average kung mga magkano.
Yep.
So, let's start first with the mortgage. Number one expense talaga yan pag
Yeah.
homeowner ka dito sa Canada. And as we know, most of us are with a mortgage. And for us, on a townhouse, kasi yun yung napili namin dito sa Calgary, we're paying $2,400 for the mortgage.
Yeah.
And then, since nasa townhouse ka, may townhouse fee or maintenance fee or condo fee
Condo
na
fee ang
kung tawagin
tawag.
nila, that's $400.
Dito
$400.
dito sa townhouse namin kasi iba-iba ng condo fee ang bawat townhouses. kung saang area or sinong builders. So, iba-iba. Sa amin is 400.
Yeah, 400. And then that brings us to $2,800.
Yeah.
And then apparently mas masalimuot kasi may nangyaring hail last August.
Pagka-move
So
May additional.
may additional kami this coming year 2025 at na-vlog na rin namin yon. That's additional 300. So bali ang total namin na condo fee actually for 2025 ay $700.
Yeah.
So total na natin ngayon ay 3,100 Canadian dollars na just for the mortgage and the condo fee.
Yeah.
And then syempre may property taxes ka na babayaran. Amilyar yun sa Pilipinas.
Sa Pilipinas, yeah.
So it's the same. Magbabayad ka ng property taxes, syempre to contribute to the government's budget, to your community's budget. So ang property taxes namin dito sa townhouse. So as of 2024, ang binabayaran namin ay $330 per month kasi calculated siya since na lumipat kami ng May until December of 2024. Coming 2025, magiging mababa siya kasi i-divide na siya sa 12, which is the whole month or the whole year. So around $220 na
lang
siya sa pagka-calculate ko. So total namin so far, mortgage plus condo fee plus taxes, it's around 3,430 na.
Yeah.
And then of course, to protect your house,
Sa
kasi
homeowner, yeah.
sa condo fee naman, kasama na yung external insurance or exterior insurance dun sa condo fee. So ang kailangan mo na lang ay yung interior, internal home insurance. So kumuha ako nun at just $50 lang.
Monthly.
So the total is $3,480 na. And then sa mga research ko, and actually it's a bit true, ang normal na utilities ng isang townhouse with a family of 4 to 5 ay naglalaro around $300 to $350 siya. So utilities,
That's at
electricity,
300.
water, at saka gas for the heating. Ito, sobrang critical nito, and syempre pag winter tumataas siya, so tumataas din yung bill mo in a sense sa gas. So on average talaga pag
300.
isusuma mo siya within the whole year, mga around $300 dollars. So that brings us to the total of $3,780.
Yeah.
And then, since work from home ako, but I guess regardless whether work from home ako or hindi, kukuha ka pa rin naman talaga ng wifi sa bahay. And we had a good deal, which was na-port namin successfully from Vancouver to Calgary, and we stayed on the same telco or the same network. Ang internet lang namin with a 1.5 gig is $110. Monthly.
Yeah.
So total of 3,890 Canadian dollars.
Wow.
Just to maintain the house.
Just to maintain a townhouse. Yeah.
So, syempre, townhouse to, mas maliit ang property taxes in a sense. So, dun yung mga factors na pwede nyong i-consider. So, kung may budget talaga kayo for a detached house, like around 550, ewan ko kung may makikita ka pang 550 ngayon.
Not
Wala na siguro. 600 and pataas, why not? Kasi may argument naman na since may mortgage ka and condo fee pag townhouse, pag kinumbine mo yun, more or less, it's gonna be the same as what you're going to pay for a detached house. It's just that, ang nakikita kong difference ay kukuha ka pa sa detached house ng insurance for the exterior and interior. For the exterior. Sa townhouse naman kasi, kasama na siya sa condo fee. Plus yung trash, plus yung other, pagkumpuni ng mga common area ninyo, like the
snow
the
removal,
courtyard. So kasama na siya dun sa condo fee. Pero syempre pag detached ka is
sa'yo lahat.
Sa'yo talaga lahat yan. So depende. Syempre, kung kami lang, prefer talaga namin ang detached. Why
Yeah.
not? But gusto ko nga ilibit yung budget lang namin to around 450.
Pero don't worry.
Pero
Yun yung next goal.
Yun yung next target natin. So, syempre, depende lang yan. Kung apartment naman, na-experience namin, more or less yun yung buhay na namin, tanang buhay namin. Kasi in Singapore naman, apartment naman din talaga
Condo
kami.
apartment kami
Condo
doon.
apartment. So, same setup, may elevator, merong nakatira sa taas, merong nakatira sa baba, those restrictions.
Yeah.
So, kung small family kayo or may toddler kayo, mas challenging kung apartment kasi syempre magtatakbuhan yung mga bata, may maiingayan sa baba, kung kayo naman yung nasa taas, pwede kayong maingayan sa taas kung
Yeah.
may mga bata. So, madami siyang consideration actually. So, apartment and then townhouse yung napili namin kasi at least wala sa baba, wala sa taas, a smaller space. Kasi apat pa lang naman kami. And then, nasa gilid, hindi mo din rinig, wala siyang sound.
Saka sobrang manageable siya ng size para sa amin.
Yeah.
And alam naman natin na, sa Canada, kayo lahat ang gagawa. Maglinis,
maglinis.
mag-maintain. So, yun. So, para sa amin, sakto
Okay na.
sa amin.
Yeah.
As a start
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah. Starting home talaga.
Yeah.
For us is the townhouse. So sa next target talaga niyan is detached house. So lalo na yung mga papunta sa Canada na kung may budget naman kayo, malalaki na yung mga anak niyo, medyo malalaki na yung mga anak niyo, you require 3 to 4 bedrooms. Best talaga kung detached kasi para may space talaga kayo kumbaga may privacy talaga ang
Kung may budget
isa-isa,
na kayo.
kung may budget
Pero,
talaga. Pero kung wala naman,
Townhouse is
sakto-sakto
good
lang.
lang din.
Gusto niyo lang maging practical, owner, may garahe, and all. Townhouse is very good. Very good. Yeah. It was a good journey actually. Medyo smooth sailing so far ang journey namin dun sa house buying. So looking forward kami pag time na mag-upgrade kami to a detached house, single detached house.
hopefully, yeah.
Mag-aano na ulit. Hindi yan hopefully, love. Panahon lang ang inaantay niya.
Manifest it, yeah. That's one. Claim it.
Yeah. And, ayun, so, hopefully may natutunan kayo ulit sa vlog namin sa araw na to. And I hope you guys like it. Please, don't forget to share and subscribe and comment down below. Kung may na-miss kaming mga steps doon na critical, please comment down below. And again, this is Alba Fambam. And have a blessed week ahead. Hang loose.